Hi, this is Jyoti here. Welcome to Jokla Tech Guru. In today's session, I'm going to discuss regarding how we can go ahead and check the content negotiation with web API. So this is one of the important topic wherein the web API is giving us the choice of choosing what type of data and how you want to display it. So let us go ahead and start the discussion of content negotiation. Before that, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. Click on the bell icon to get the notifications of new videos, as well as like the video and share the video. So what exactly this content negotiation is all about? So these entirely depends upon the three pillars of the internet, right? The resource, the URL, and the representation. So what exactly the resource is all about? The first two are, that is the resource and the URL, very straightforward, but the last one, the representation, this is quite confusing. Why? Because representation is very important in the modern web, as people are currently not only using the desktop computers to browse the web, but they also use the different type of devices, tablets, mobiles, smartphones, to consume the web applications. And the important and interesting fact is that all these various devices expect the data in various formats. So for example, a few clients want the data in a normal HTML, while some of them want the data in the normal text format. Others may need the data in JSON format, and still some others want the data in XML format. Earlier, we were not having this type of choice. But as we are moving ahead with the new devices, the expectations of the different devices depends upon the way the entire application behaves. So that's why this content and negotiation has come into picture. So what is the exact definition for this? So we can define content negotiation as the process of selecting the best representation for a given response when there are multiple representations available. So if the technology is giving me only one option, wherein I have to just go ahead and see the data in XML format or see the data in only JSON format, then many a times we feel restricted. But as the technology is moving ahead, it is the expectation of the different type of users as well as the different type of devices wherein we can expect the data in varieties of ways. So one of the standards of the REST service is that the client should have the ability to decide in which format they want the response. Whether they want the response in XML or JSON or text or HTML, you should give them a choice. So this choice itself, we call it as content negotiation. Hope everybody is clear with the definition. So let us move ahead with the practical implementation. I have opened the same application of my previous video in which I have already shown you get, post, put, delete operations. So if you have not gone through my part 1, part 2, part 3 of the web API, please do refer all the videos before coming to this fourth video. Before coming to this fifth video. So here, as per this employee controller is concerned, we have already written the I enumerable of employees 1 to 3. Using this get operations, we are able to extract all the details. So the to list is mainly concerned with the system.link. So with the help of this DB context, we are extracting all the set of employees. Second is with the get, we can give the ID. So as per the ID is concerned, I want to extract that particular detail, right? So this is about our employee controller. I have already explained all these model.context.tt as well as model1.context.cs files in my previous videos. Please do refer before coming to this particular video. Now, let me just execute this. Currently, it is opening in 44329 port and I would like to just go for API/employee. So you can see that array of employees 1, 2, 3 because I have given the model name like that. So because of that, it has taken this employees 1, 2, 3 as the particular tag name. And these all are the particular data which is going to get displayed in the XML format, right? So by default, it is getting displayed in XML format because I'm currently running through this browser. So let me open the Postman, and I would like to just give this link here. Click on this get operation and you can see that it is currently showing in XML format. So how it is showing in XML format, how I can change it. So as you can see that I have got params, authorization, headers, body, pre-request script, tests and settings, right? These are the different type of options which are present within the Postman. This is the application in which we can test the web API. So coming back to this headers, it is going to give me some of the important parameters. So two important parameters are what? Content type and accept. Currently, I'm setting the content type as XML. So that's why I'm able to see the data in XML. Let us do one thing. Let us just go for JSON. Click on the send and you can see that the information is getting displayed in JSON format. Status 200 OK, and you are able to see each and every record separately like JSON, right? So content type is giving us the option wherein I can choose what type of format I want. So if I'm just typing application, I'm getting all the different type of formats here. Accordingly, you can choose that. Usually as a developer, we prefer XML or JSON format. So whatever the things you are going to suggest here, right? This particular thing will be taken by the web API and it is going to produce this XML format or the JSON format. So let us remove this content type. So currently, if you are adding the content type, you can add it in either XML or JSON. But if you are removing this parameter itself, then how exactly this get is going to get extracted? Still, the default content type is set to what? Application/JSON. If you are removing this parameter also, by default, the setting is done for this JSON. So that's why it is going to show you entire content in JSON. So again, it depends upon your requirement, whether you want the data to get represented with XML or with JSON. Accordingly, you can choose that. Now, with respect to browser, I'm able to see it in a XML format, but I just want to see the output in the browser in a JSON format. So for that, we are having one of the setting where I have to do that setting. Open web API config.cs file. So as you can see that there is a web.config file here, and just expand it. You are getting two more files, right? So now I'm talking about a web API config file. This is a web.config file. This is a web API config.cs file in which I'm having a function called as register, in which I'm going to register all my details. So by default, it is going to open API/controller/ID. There is a routing concept. So that I'm going to discuss in my next video. So if I'm going to add config.formatters.remove, currently I'm giving config.formatters.xml formatter. That means what? I don't want to see the output in XML. Whenever you are executing this particular application, I just want to remove this formatter so that I can see the output in JSON. I'm not talking about Postman. I'm currently talking about the browser. If you are executing it, by default, the browser will display the XML format. This, if you want to change it, then you can always give that config.remove so that your data are getting displayed in JSON format. Again, come back to Postman now. By default, it is going to display it in a JSON format. So now can I add a content type XML and I'll just try to display it. Now we can see that as I have removed that XML formatter from the application itself, it is not supporting application/XML content type here. Still, it is displaying it in JSON format only. If you are removing or if you are doing the setting from your application, then it is not going to entertain here also in the Postman. So this is the request panel. This is your history panel. And this is your response panel in the Postman. As per the response is concerned, of course, I can go ahead and I can choose it. But you can see that if I'm choosing XML also, it is going to show me in JSON. If I'm choosing JSON also, it is showing me in JSON. But again, the indentation, the way of representation is different. What about HTML? Same JSON. What about text? Same JSON. Auto, by auto in the sense, the default setting. So it is going to show me in the JSON format itself. So you have to give the particular link here in which your web API application is running. Open the headers and choose the content type. Whichever type you want, you can choose it. By default, the setting is done with respect to JSON. If at all you don't want that particular JSON format, even you can go here and remove the, you can just observe here, you can remove whichever formatters you don't want. Currently, I have tried XML formatter. So if you want to remove the JSON formatter, you can click on this JSON formatter so that during the execution time, it will always consider XML only. Even in the Postman also, it is going to show you the XML format only, right? Like this, you can choose the option to restrict the data to get displayed in a particular format. So this is a entire information regarding content type negotiation. Hope everybody has understood the concept. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Click on the bell icon to get the notifications of my new videos. Please click on the like video and share with your friends. Thank you. Again, I'll meet you with Web API routing concept. Thank you.